M7217. And this is Yaya Han's, one of her patterns in her new line. And I was very excited to see some cosplay ones coming from her, as well as a lot of new lines are coming out. I'm noticing some of the different McCall's and Simplicity that are more cosplay geared. There's a lot of more fun ones out there. So I thought, as a courtesy to some cosplayers and seamstresses, I would do a review on some of the patterns. I have found some patterns that were horrendous and didn't fit together right, and nothing worked well. The sizing was all wrong. And then I've had some fabulous ones. So I wanted to share my experiences with some of these different patterns with you guys. All right, so for McCall's pattern M7217, it can be a full-length unitard, or it can just be a bodysuit, so it can be either. For this video, I did, let me tell you which one I did. I did View B, and that's the one that is the full unitard with the zipper in the back. You can also do it with the zipper in the front. I did this one in the back for a costume that I'm looking to do soon. Okay, so here is the pattern, or is the costume completed. Okay, so overall the fit's not bad. It didn't give me a whole lot of options or a whole lot of information on how to size it for myself. It just had basic number sizes on there, so it didn't give me a whole lot of information. It did have options for different cup sizes, so there was different pattern pieces that you swapped out depending on your bust size. The things I do like about it are it's got a lot of detailing as far as having different panels, so you can trade out some fabrics and do some different textures, different colors. I like that a lot. It's a much more interesting unitard than some other ones. And then also having the bust being a separate piece was nice. It's a little more flattering that way. So that part I like. Some of the things I did not like was the sizing was fairly accurate based off a dress size, but it didn't give you a lot of information on how to measure if you needed to lengthen or shorten your torso, which I've had some patterns that are really good with that. The other thing I don't love is in the crotch area, the crotch piece is very wide, and so it actually kind of runs down the inner part of the thighs versus being a little bit more narrow. I think would have been a better cut. I had to do a couple modifications on this. I think it was designed for a little bit more hip, and so I had to bring in a lot of things in along the seam line here and on the hips, as well as the arms and the legs. And I tend to be a little slender armed, and so I expect to do that with most of my patterns, so that's no problem. The fit is very nice on the neck. It's very comfortable. I'm not one that loves tight things on my neck, and it actually sits quite nicely. Everything came together really easily. The pattern pieces fit together very, very well. Which is nice because there's sometimes you get some patterns that do not come together nicely. It was a medium, I would say, for complexity. It had a lot of pieces versus some unitards that you can, or bodysuits you can get that are a lot fewer pieces. So it had a lot more curves. It had a lot more assembly to do, but I was still able to do it easily within a day. So it was a pretty simplistic pattern as far as the assembly. It just had a lot more pieces than some other ones. So on a scale of 1 to 10, I would probably give this pattern a 7. Like I said, it had a few design issues that I didn't love. And that's it. So thank you guys so much, and look for some of my other reviews coming up.